The initial plan was to drive through Istria via smaller roads, which we hadn't yet driven. However, the weather forecast was very bad. Heat storms often follow warm weather. What we didn't know was that the consequences would be much more severe than expected. The day before, we had enjoyed a lovely terrace on the coast of Bovin. It was there that the storm had swept everything away, and the boats had simply been blown ashore. So we decided to let the worst of the storm pass and only then depart via the highway. A very good decision, as it turned out. The thunderstorm just passed here. Sveti is very old. There are traces of habitation from prehistoric times, the Neolithic period, and the Bronze Age. In the subsequent centuries, during the Roman period, the area was divided into estates, and evidence of Roman occupation has been discovered. The city walls, with towers and gates, date partly from Byzantine times and were later reinforced under Venetian influence. Zavrsje, or in Italian, Piemonte d'Istria, is a small village in the municipality of Groznan. It is situated on a hill, and according to the 2021 census, had only 39 inhabitants. After World War II, a large part of the population left. Many emigrated, causing a sharp decline in the population. Zavrsje is considered one of the best preserved medieval villages in Istria, with a timeless character. It is a popular filming location. In 2017, for example, the film Robin Hood was filmed there. From here, it's not far to the Slovenian border. We'll take road 50017 for that. However, we encounter roadworks and initially follow the detour signs. Our GPS indicates we're on a dead-end road, so to be on the safe side, we turn around and find a detour ourselves. Just across the border, we stop at the market bar Agraria for a cup of coffee. The nostalgia in the shop is palpable. Such shops have become rare in our area. The old man doesn't seem to appreciate us filming, so we stop. We drive only 25 kilometers on Slovenian territory, after which we cross the Italian border. It can be a bit confusing here with all those borders. Cross the Italian border in Dolina and look for a supermarket to buy our picnic. Società Italiana per l'Oleodotto Transalpino supplies crude oil from Trieste to Germany, Austria and the Czech Republic via pipelines. In the park of Basovizza, we can eat our picnic in the shade of the tall trees, away from the heat. Barely a few minutes after leaving, we're back in Slovenia. It's the border crossing in Lipica. Here we enter the Lipica stud farm, Kobilana Lipica, founded in 1580 by the Habsburg Archduke Charles II of Austria. It is the oldest active horse farm in the world dedicated to a single breed, the Lipizzaner. The Lipizzaner originates from Lipica and is named after the village. All classical Lipizzaners worldwide, including those at the Spanish riding school in Vienna, have their bloodlines from Lipica. The horses are born dark, black, bay or grey. They only turn white after 6 to 10 years. The area where the horses are bred is enormous, so we can only briefly see a group in the distance. Tomaj is located in the heart of the Slovenian wine region of Kras, famous primarily for Teran and Vitovska. It's a small but distinctive wine region that's gaining international recognition, especially among natural wine enthusiasts. We're crossing the border for the last time today. We'll be in Italy for a while now. The Canali Dottori in Sagrado is a vital piece of infrastructure, a historic canal with both economic and agricultural functions. The canal has been and remains essential for water management in the region. Palmanova is a Renaissance fortified town in a perfect star shape, built around a hexagonal market square by the Republic of Venice. Later, the town was further modified and fortified by Napoleon and Austria. It is one of the most unique towns in Italy and even Europe, and is, of course, a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Today, it is a fascinating blend of history, architecture, and geometric beauty. Motor vehicles are not permitted in the market square.
Now.
Mark, enjoying the sun while he waits. After waiting 5 minutes for a train that never came, we decided to stand in the shade because the sweat was on our backs. One idyllic village follows another, but something else catches our attention. We're approaching a very heavy thunderstorm. According to the weather apps, there's almost no escape. Just then, we have to cross a mountain ridge. Before it's too late, we put on our rain gear. Okay, let's go for it. The first thunderstorm zone has already passed here, but a second one is already on its way. Fingers crossed. The thunderstorm has left the road covered in leaves and branches. The slippery conditions, combined with the steep gradient, cause the rear wheel to spin in the sharp bend. Stopping here is not an option.
Het is werkelijk de 4 seizoenen in 1 dag, hè?
Everyone reached the top safely and can breathe easily again, with or without a smoke. We were so lucky just now that we didn't get caught in the heart of the storm. The Ponte Ravides is a bridge over the Salina River that was blown up during the First World War and replaced in 1920 by a concrete bridge with a span of 81 meters. It also includes the Diga di Ravides and Lago di Ravides, a dam and a reservoir. Apparently we're expected here. All those flags? It took some time to find B&B Il Grufo. But once I found it, and after calling, the owner didn't open the door until an hour later due to a miscommunicating. It turns out that our Italian isn't very good, so I had plenty of time to wander around the narrow streets of old Erto. I felt like I was back in the Middle Ages. Once inside, we're surprised by the presence of a beautiful vintage Bianchi motorcycle. We hadn't had dinner yet. Luckily, the owner was able to sort this out for us. Her mother runs a restaurant in the village called Julia. It's normally closed, but to serve us, she's willing to stay open a bit later. It's only a few hundred meters away, so we can walk. And I have to say, the food was typical Italian, simple and delicious.